Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls No Shield Run, and today we're going to be unlocking the DLC for future incarnations, because unlocking the DLC is not really a huge time-consuming process, but I mean it's a bit more complicated than most games DLC to actually get to, which is why we love it. Actually, I don't know if that's the reason why we love it, but we love it all the same. Why am I killing these things? I don't know. It was really just to come up here to talk to... Oh, she did. Okay, well... I hate when you can't see things behind other units, but yeah, apparently she did. So, I didn't kill that one guy soon enough. Whoopsie. My bad. Wait, pendant? Oh wait, that's the thing that's useless, right? I was like, wait a minute, pendant? Is that the thing from the DLC? No, I think that's the silver pendant or something. Anyway, the first step toward going to the DLC is going to be going back to the basin, near where the Hydra was. So before I forget, and this is going to be exceedingly important, before I forget, I'm going to want to put on my rusted iron ring. Because if I don't do that, then the entire fight becomes a hell of a lot more difficult, and honestly, I don't know if I could even kill the thing at that point without the rusted iron ring. I think I've done it before, but that was when I had a shield. You know, when you're playing as a no-shield character, you kind of need mobility. How you doing, killer? Yeah, this jackass was the one that killed her. I really don't care, though. It's not my prerogative to play, you know, police. Because she wasn't going to help me in the first place. Not a bit. We want to go to... I thought I had a bonfire there that I could warp to, but apparently that is a big old no. Okay, see you when I get there finally. Okay, so now that I've gotten all the way down here, and I thought you could warp to that bonfire, maybe you could, I just missed the name of it. I'm not going to take that L to the realm possibility, but normally I never die in this portion of the quest, but it's important that... Well, I guess it's not really all that important if you know you won't die here, but I'm not really confident of that, so... We're going to be doing a full clear here. There is a good reason for it, because if you don't clear everything here, you run the risk of permanently screwing yourself over forever getting into the DLC. So, you know, there's that kind of... What do you call that? That's the motivation, that's the one. You know, I hate this darn crystal golem that just... always does this, and then I gotta make an awkward decision on whether to just go, and... I don't know. I just do not like having to try and decide what to do there, good God. Scare the bejesus out of me. That's what you did. Lucky I didn't get on the backswing there, to be honest. But yeah, the reason I was down in Andre's shop was because I upgraded my Yaito to level 11, and I need to farm chunks, so... I gotta remember where the hell chunks are farmed. It's been forever since I had to farm them. I'm sure I'll find it eventually. I'm sure I will. It'll all come back to me. I remember you had to farm, like, slabs by the dark rays. That was a hell of an experience. I wouldn't recommend to my worst enemy, but... And thankfully, chunks are a bit more plentiful in Dark Souls. There's like 2 or 3 off the top of my head. There's the one from the Asylum Demon the second time. There's the one from... I don't know off the top of my head. I don't know. I know there's more than one though. Okay, I know that much. But yeah, we're gonna be going back into the cove that I never really explored. And this was why the rusted iron ring was imperative that I do this, because we're going to be fighting an enemy down here in all this water. Matter of fact, I think it's a golden crystal golem. And like I said, well, we'll get into it a little later, but if you don't clear everything here, you can possibly screw yourself completely over to never getting into the DLC here. I think. Or wait, no. I know if you answer the wrong question, you can screw yourself out of it, but I'm not clear if you can just by everything else or not, but I remember this thing has a lot more HP, but that's about all. It's basically a crystal golem on steroids, which if you can kill regular crystal golems, you really shouldn't have a problem with this thing. And I should hope by this point in the game you don't have a problem with crystal golems, because there's probably a problem here. Don't just keep swinging either. Yeah. You don't want to hit the pretty lady.
So, 'tis thou who rescued me. Most gracious. I am deeply obliged. I am Dusk of Ulysio. I cometh from an age long before thine. I cannot stay here for long. So, before I disappear, allow me to ask one thing. My home, Ulysio, is the home of ancient sorceries. My hope is to pass this profound knowledge to thee, with thine approval. Would this be of assistance to thee?
Say yes, even if you have no intention of actually using it.
My heartfelt thanks. I am pleased beyond word. Then I shout, engrave my signature. If thou art in need, pray summon me from my signature. It seems that my time is done. May the great flames guide thee.
Now, if you say no there, if you're actually honest, or if I was actually honest there, she will not actually be summonable. I don't remember off the top of my head if she has to be summoned to get into the DLC, but it's usually good practice not to completely dismiss NPCs willy-nilly in these games. Because she does have some decent spells, and if you say no to her, I don't think the mushroom... Actually, I don't know if the mushroom lady sells her spells if you say no or not. Anyway, the second portion of the DLC quest... The DLC is getting to Duke's Archives. You remember that crystal golem in the up top of the first elevator on the right? Yeah, I think that's golden now. Or something, because it will automatically drop the... I thought you had to quit to have this thing show up. I guess not. Because I remember having to do it before. But yeah, if you summon her and there are enemies here, they can just kill her. So be aware of that. I don't remember if you have to buy anything here, but I figure I might as well look. I don't think I'm going to buy anything, but what's the harm in looking, right?
I am Dusk of Ulysio. It is an honor to see thee again. I shall follow thy wishes.
I don't like that, but I guess on a female character that would work quite well. Yeah, this is what she has for sale. Nothing really that I need, and I darn sure don't need the catalyst.
For a very long time, I was trapped within the crystal golem. From my home I was taken, and banished to a plane of distortion. It was there that thou came to my rescue, long after I had relinquished all hope. So gleeful was I. My faith reneweth. If thou art in need, I wish...
Yeah, long story short, she was, quote, saved by Artorias. You'll come to find out Artorias was not the one that saved her behind. It was, in fact, you playing Terminator. Well, I say Terminator because, like, movies or games with time travel always end up just a complicated mess of, oh, shouldn't that be a paradox? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that should be a paradox. It's no different in Dark Souls. Then again, the DLC is not really praised for its storyline, it's more praised for its boss fights, which it deserves every bit of. My favorite boss fights in the entire game are in the DLC, so best, I think at the time it was like, what, $14? Best $14 I ever spent on an add-on. Or in this case, an expansion. Add-ons are usually negative connotation with, you know, it's generally seen as, oh come on, I was gonna say, oh come on, I knew I had a thing in the Duke's Archives. Yeah, add-ons usually have that negative connotation of just like an extra collar on a character's like dress or, you know, pants or whatever, but expansions are, oh for God's sake, I didn't want this one. Is this the only one I have? Oh crap. This... Okay, fine, I'll just go the long damn way. Because, to be honest, I don't remember how to get back to the beginning from this bonfire. I am not gonna lie, that is all it is. Knowing my luck, it was just like, right, just straight ahead. But I'm pretty sure there's a big wall going, like, between the rooms to get back to the original room, so I just decided, screw it. Plus, it's a lot easier to actually get, I really should kill those things at some point, get those chests, but one of them's a mimic. I don't remember it having anything great either, so I'm not really in a big hurry for it. I'm pretty sure this is the next step in the DLC, or getting to the DLC. If it's not, I am going to look like a moron. But that would not be the first time I've ever looked like one, I suppose. That's the thing with Let's Playing, when you start Let's Playing, you go, I don't want to start doing this, I'm going to look like a moron. What am I going to talk about? There's nothing to talk about. But once you make that first really embarrassing thing, everyone thereafter gets a little bit easier and you don't feel as bad about it. You don't feel as embarrassed about it. That's the beauty of it. I mean, hell, right now, look at me. All you're doing is watching a woman sprint down the hallway. For some reason, you're still listening to me. Apparently, I'm entertaining as a little bit, at least. I was gonna say, come on now. Okay. It should be right up here. Again, I don't look to die here, but in case I do, I really don't want to walk all the way back. But the DLC area is... I'm kind of looking forward to it. At the same time, I'm kind of dreading it. Because I know I can kill 3 of the bosses fairly easily. I know Artorias is said to be fairly difficult without a shield, but I've done that fight literally hundreds of times, if not 1,000 times already. So I'm not too worried about Artorias, I'm not too worried about Calamite, and I'm damn sure not worried about the Sanctuary Keeper. I'm worried about Manus. Because Manus is the boss that I can't dodge for crap. I thought this was where I was supposed to go. Maybe not, maybe not. That was just plain bullcrap there, I might add. But it was my own fault for the bullcrap hitting me in the first place. And you guys aren't gonna frickin' come over where I need you to be. At least not when I need you to be there. Oh well. Just gotta keep on moving. Probably not give them a very good target. That archer, I thought that thing was dead, to be honest. Apparently not. Oh, come off it. That hit it. Oh, jeez. Oh, well. I think the crystal golem on the right is the one we want to kill here. But I would just like getting rid of that archer first, instead of aggroing everything at once. You know, that is a really quick jumping maneuver that I don't like you doing. And it's entirely my fault I'm getting hit by it. You know, with my current skill level, I'm not so damn sure I'll be able to kill the DLC bosses, because, you know, back when I used to kill all these bosses repeatedly in co-op, I was a lot better at Dark Souls than I am now. I am terrible at Dark Souls now. That's something I can't use. I am terrible at Dark Souls now compared to what I was. I mean, I look like a newborn baby in Dark Souls compared to back in the heyday of me playing Dark Souls every day for like a year or two. Not even exaggerating on that. That was the game. That was like my second game ever platinumed was Dark Souls. So you can imagine how much time went into it. Oh, I guess I was right. The broken pendant. That's exactly what I wanted, actually. Alright, I forgot that thing buffs enemies. But yeah, we're done in here. After getting that pendant. I think. And then you just go back to the... You go back to the basin, I think. Because I'd rather not go through the Duke's Archives again. Once was enough. Thank you very much. Duke's Archive is probably one of my... It's like my least favorite of the big 4 dungeons. I would rather go through Tomb of the Giants. I don't even like Tomb of the Giants. Actually, I've come to think of it, I don't like any of the dungeons leading up to the big 4 bosses. Because I darn sure don't like the... Oh, let's see, where should I be going for this fastest way? I darn sure don't like the... I guess the fastest way would be going back to the... Undead Parish. Yeah, I darn sure don't like the... Tomb of the Giants, I don't like Duke's Archives, I don't like New Londo, and I don't like the place before the big fire boss, like Bed of Chaos. I don't like Bed of Chaos's area either. But the the previous dungeons, love those to death. They kind of, I don't know. I'm not a fan of the others. But yeah, I'm not gonna make you watch this whole run. Okay, so now that we're back here, I am just gonna run past all this stuff. I mean, we've already fought these things like, what, 2 or 3 times over. I don't see a point in doing so again. Besides, they're very easy to evade as long as you actually keep them in your sights and keep moving at a reasonable clip. But to get to the DLC, it's really quite easy. Really, all you gotta do is get the broken pendant, run back here, and let your curiosity take you to a world of adventure. That's basically paraphrasing, but yeah, all you gotta do back here is just hit the A button, and you're done. DLC unlocked. But you wouldn't believe how long it took me to get to the DLC the first time, just because I didn't know there was a big quest about it, and I didn't want to look it up. It was terrible. Yeah, you can see the entrance right over there. If you can't see it, you're blind, or it's very blurry. I think it might be both, but yeah, you can see the You can see the big anomaly right there that just follows you. It follows the camera. It never moves. My favorite female set in the game, but I will not be wearing it because I don't need the extra damage from magic, that's for sure. You ready to go on an adventure? That looks like something you should stick your hand into. Oh, hi. Note to self, do not get in relationship with Manus. That was freaky. That was a freaky looking hand. I don't want that thing doing any jobs for me. No, sir. And now we're left with the boss of the first DLC area. For next time, we're either going to be going and killing the Sanctuary Keeper, which is actually straight ahead. There's no enemies. It's just the boss, first off, right off. And then, or we're going to be killing Gwendolyn. Oh, excuse me. I know this is a short video, but I'm also uploading some Bloodborne today, so hopefully that will keep you guys in high spirits. But thank you guys very much for watching. Hopefully this helped you get to the DLC area. I don't know why you would have problems with it at this point in time, given how long the game's been out, but if you had, there you go. And hopefully I shall see you guys next time. If you'd like to chat or just leave a comment, please do so in the comments below. I look forward to chatting with you. And if you'd like to help support the channel and help it grow, you may wish to like or even subscribe for easier access to future videos. And hopefully I shall see you next time. Farewell everyone, until next time.